I wanted to play with my friend, but she's gone to bed already, so I can't. Huh, I don't get it. Why is she's gone to sleep while it's still light? Both my wife and daughter have come down with this wretched disease. I just don't know what to do. I suppose I just have to take good care of them, and pray they get better soon. Not that I'm complaining, I'll do whatever it takes to make them more comfortable. Whatever it takes. So I'm noticing an interesting trend here, actually. It seems like only the women of the village, like the women and the little girls, are getting afflicted by this. He breaks plates and he scorches pans. How am I supposed to rest with all this racket going on? I'll have to get better soon so I can get everything back under control. Oh, I want to go out and play. A book called Snaky Things to Make and Do. It goes without saying that you'll need snake skins to make the things in this book. Take out a flython or two to get some. We learned how to make a snakeskin whip, a serpentine whip, and a sidewinder. And a cobra fan and a large-scale armor. Cool. Alchemy is pretty good for getting access to certain equipments earlier than you probably would. Unfortunately, we're in the very beginning of the game, so that doesn't really help us all too much. On it's engraved the name of the guardian who watches over Coffinwell. They didn't give the guardian a name. Get creative with fur and hide. Make use of the recipes in this book. Once you found a magic beast hide or two, bash bad boons to bag them in. They say the shrine to the west of here was built to cover over the entrance to some ancient ruins. Oh, a shrine to the west, you say? In fact, that's why Dr. Phlegming came here in the first place, to investigate what it was all about. I did know that pun, at the very least. I did know that one. Nobody in my family has the contagion yet, thank the Almighty. I'm beside myself with worry that my husband or my child will come down with it at any minute, though. It's gotta be scary. It looks like our lovely churchyard will be filled with new graves before long. I imagine mine will be. Oh. All about the Almighty. High, high above the sky, further than the eye can see, lives a very important person called the Almighty. He is always looking down on everyone from his home above the clouds. Well, apparently right now he's not looking too closely. Things are not going well down here. Alright, there's some kind of prisoner down here. Alright. I remember talk of how the same disease that's going around now attacked our town once before, a long time ago. I wonder how they managed to get the better of it back then. I wish there was something I could do to help my old man. Alright, so I think this is like the first time we've heard of a man getting it, but he's an elderly man. So it's impacting people with weakened immune systems currently, which I guess makes the most sense. I've had a fair few illnesses in my time, but none as bad as this one. I feel like I'm at death's door, so I do. This would have been a interesting storyline to go through if I was playing this 2 or 3 years ago, certainly. Doors locked from the inside, can't be opened. Okay. One more house, and then we'll talk to the mayor. Oh, you look important. You have green hair. Spot the main character. Oh, welcome to my home, my darling Sorry, I thought you were someone else. How embarrassing. Alright. Alright. Martial Arts Essentials. Finessence, whose ingredients can be found on this very continent, is the first thing any fledgling fist fighter should fabricate. Tracksuit top, Tussler's top, tracky bottoms. Tussler's trousers, and finessence. Nice. Alright. Open up, Mayor. If you're here to see the Master, you'll find him in the library upstairs. This house has long been the most distinguished in Coffinwell, so there are many old manuscripts and the like. That's what brought Dr. Phlegming to Coffinwell, in fact. He wanted to read through the manuscripts for his research. The Master was happy to accommodate him at first, but then all that business with Miss Katarina happened, and... Oh dear, I really shouldn't be gossiping like this. Alright, someone named Katarina. Which does have a pun that I don't understand in it. It was as if the life and soul of this place was gone when Miss Katarina left to get married. I have no idea what she sees in him. He's such a pale-faced nobody. I can well understand why the Master was so against the whole idea. I was the one who suggested to my husband that he ask Dr. Phlegming to help decipher the old manuscripts. I am hoping that it might help to forge a better relationship between them, you see. It's such a shame for Katarina that her father and husband don't get along. I felt I had to do something to help. Alright, so the girl with green hair is Katarina, the mayor is the father, Dr. Phlegming is the husband. Okay. I see what's going on here. I see. Nope, that's the library. I want to just kind of explore first. And nothing really out here, right? Yeah, this is just a balcony. There's a book called Ooh, Nice Knife. Coagulant and manky mud are major knife making ingredients, but everything begins with the poison moth knife. Divine dagger, poison moth knife, butterfly knife. Poison needle and assassin's dagger. We're not using any characters that use daggers and knives, but maybe we will in the future. There don't seem to be any books. Casual wear with fashionable flair. Lamb's wool is essential for any clothes-making endeavor and can be harvested from ram raiders, among others. Gooey gear. Alright, Mayor. So that's what it says. Oh, it's no use. I don't understand a word of it. I'll have to rely on his help after all. I have no choice. I must do something before any more people suffer needlessly. Oh, I beg your pardon. I didn't realize I had a guest. I'm Mayor Laria. May I assist you with something? You're concerned about what's going on here in Coffinwell? Very well, I'll tell you all I know. I'm sure you're already aware that Coffinwell has been hit by a contagious disease. The fact is, the very same disease attacked the town a century ago. Wow, it's a whole century. I started looking through the ancient manuscripts for a solution, but I'm afraid I barely understood a word. I won't be beaten, though. I passed them on to Phlegming in the hope that he might be able to make some sense of them. I imagine it won't be long before he turns something up, but I'm afraid I'm rather loath to go and ask him in person. Of course! You care about what's going on here, don't you? In that case, perhaps you could pop along to Fleming's place for me and see how he's getting on. His house is just to the west of my mansion. Sorry to trouble you, but I really would appreciate it if you paid him a visit. Ah, finally! A reason to not talk to my son-in-law, who I hate. Alright, well, we know he's not here. She's in bed now. Oops, sorry, I must have dozed off. I seem to be doing that an awful lot lately. Yep, she's sick. Oh, are you looking for Phlegmy by any chance? Oops, I mean Dr. Phlegming, my husband. Eek, husband, I feel all silly calling him that. Do excuse my waffling. I'm afraid Phlegmy's at work now in his laboratory. Really, the mayor asked you to go and see him, did he? Well, in that case, I'll go along with you and let you into the laboratory. Phlegmy's a bit shy around strangers, you see. Oops, where are my manners? I haven't introduced myself, have I? I'm Phlegmy's wife, Katerina. I'll go on ahead. Alright. I can't believe Daddy would ask a stranger to visit Phlegmy. Does he really find him that hard to talk to? And there's the coughing. Oh, you're here already. I'll get him to open up then. Katerina, is that you? What are you doing here at this hour? Sorry to disturb you, Phlegmy. You have a visitor. Daddy sent a messenger to find out how you're getting on with deciphering the old manuscripts. Well, I suppose you'd better come in then. Beginner's Alchemy. Very good. Cat'll do nicely. Kitty litter is a key ingredient in many cat-based recipes. Of curses and contagions. This sounds appropriate to read right now. A contagion that shows no signs of improvement under any form of treatment may well be a curse. Curses can and do exist, and medical practitioners should keep a vigilant eye out for their occurrence. Okay. Cheeky battle tips. When facing a fella you're none too fond of, brandishing your behind's a guaranteed way to get their goat. The cheek of it'll have them so raving mad, their battle tactics will go down the right down the pan. You mark my words. Give it a go if you don't believe me. A little bit of rear end wriggling's a surefire way to start a fight in your favor. This reminds me of a terrible YouTube prank video that I saw of people who would like go out into the streets and act very aggressively and speak very aggressively to try and instigate a fight with someone, only to then rip off their rip away pants or whatever, revealing them wearing a thong or something, to get a video reaction of them freaking out and running away from the instigator. I learned a party trick. I can now provoke people by smacking my behind at them. How appropriate. Does it automatically set those? Oh dear, it's all in such a terrible mess. When I try to tidy up, I'm afraid I get very irritated. Silly of me, isn't it? Yeah, it doesn't automatically set them. I'm not gonna set them. It's fine. I have 1,000,001 things to do at the moment, but I suppose a messenger from father-in-law takes precedence. So what can I... Ah, that's right. You've come to find out how I'm getting on with these manuscripts, haven't you? You're forgetting something, Phlegmy. You haven't introduced yourself yet. I don't see how that matters. Silly, time-consuming formality, in my opinion. Oh, very well. Pleased to meet you. The name's Dr. Phlegming. I study archaeology and the like. And you are... Phoenix. Well, I'll try to remember your name, but I can't guarantee I'll be successful. Anyway, never mind that. I think I found a clue in the old manuscripts as to the nature... Oh, Phlegmy, I knew you could do it. I accidentally skipped the text there. It's fine. Go back and pause if you're watching this on YouTube. Around 100 years ago, some old ruins were discovered to the west of town. The people who discovered them rather rashly decided it would be a good idea to venture inside. Little did they know what that terrible misfortune lay in wait in the form of a deadly contagion. It's this contagion that lies behind our current epidemic. According to the manuscripts, it's actually more accurate to refer to it as a curse rather than a disease. We read about that in the book that we just came in and read behind your back. The townspeople were able to break the curse by sealing the contagion away in the ruins and blocking up the entrance. But for some reason the disease has managed to escape again? It's possible that the recent earthquake may have caused some damage to the seal that was keeping it contained. So all we have to do is go to the shrine and seal it away again? Indeed, although it's not quite as simple as it sounds. I'm probably the only one who'd be able to do it, in fact. Oh, so you're going to fix the seal and save us all, Phlegming. Well, I suppose it couldn't hurt. It might even encourage your father to finally think me worthy of you. It would also be a good opportunity for me to explore the ruins, so I'm certainly not adverse to the idea. The only problem is that monster activity there is reportedly rather heavy, and I don't want to get hurt. Well, wouldn't you know, we're adventurers, we'll protect you. Well, perhaps you could report back to the mayor, and tell him what you've learned. Now that we know what's causing the disease, that's a huge step forward. You really are amazing, Phlegming. Oh, sorry, I must have got something caught in my throat in all the excitement. You are cursed, my lady, and considering how sad things are, I really hope you make it by the end of this little adventure here. So you were able to have a meeting with Dr. Phlegming. That's good. The master has been terribly impatient waiting for you to report back. Is he still upstairs? Looks like it. I was wondering where you'd got to. So, what did you find out? Goodness, this disease is being caused by some kind of contagious curse? And the way to contain it is to fix some kind of seal in the shrine to the west of town? And you say that Phlegming is the only one capable of this? Very well. The situation is clear to me now. Well, you look like you can take care of yourself fairly well. I don't suppose I could interest you in going along with Phlegming. Safety in numbers and all that. If he thinks that the shrine is hazardous, then I'm sure he'd appreciate a bodyguard. Naturally, I'd make it worth your while. What do you say? Yes! You'll do it? Excellent. Excellent! That is an extra large ente right there. Much obliged and all that. Well, we'd better not waste any time. Take this key to Phlegming, won't you? The Quarantum Key. Of course it's called the Quarantum. That's the key to the shrine to the west of town. You should be able to open it up with that. Oh, here's Stella. Stealing away a deadly disease is the perfect way to help people. Imagine how grateful they'll all be if we succeed. We'll have barnloads of benevolence. You'll be a fully fledged Celestian again in the wink of an eye. That is the reason why we have to basically offer help to anyone who asks. Now, thankfully, they don't have any requirements in this game to do a certain number of side quests. I know that there are RPGs that exist where certain things are locked behind getting a certain number of side quests done. I think one of the more recent examples that I know of is the DLC for Xenoblade Chronicles 2, the Golden Country. There's story progression that is locked behind side quest progression. And if they did something like that in this game, it would be awful. Watch, he's not even going to be in here anymore. Oh, thank God, he's here. Katarina, let's talk to you first. Well, perhaps you could report... Okay, no, it's the same text. I was trying to see if there was text you wouldn't normally see. That's fine. Alright, Phlegming. What's that key you've got there? Phoenix gives the quarantine key to Dr. Phlegming. Really? Father-in-law has asked you to be my bodyguard? Goodness, he did that for you. So he's managed to rope you into helping out, has he? Well, I suppose I have no choice then. I'd better go, hadn't I? I don't want the old man to think I'm all mouth and no trousers. I'm not sure it's quite like that, Flemmy. There's no time to stand about discussing the whys and wherefores. I need to leave for the shrine right away. It's off to the west of town. I'm heading there now. Don't keep me waiting. Alright. Oh dear, excuse me. It's all the dust in here. It's making me cough. Flemmy seemed rather head up. I do hope everything is okay. You'll be sure to look after him, won't you? I'm begging you. I am very worried about you. Alright, but we need to head west of town. Let's hop to it, I guess. Alright, so there are two bridges, or like one like staircase and one bridge that go out in the western direction. So that's where we're going. What is a larrikin? Is that a type of flower or something? The monsters are called leafy larrikins, so I assume there's a pun in that in some way. Larrikin, Australian and New Zealand in origin apparently, a boisterous, often badly behaved young man. Or Australian specifically, a person with apparent disregard for convention, a maverick. What? So it's meant to be like a leafy punk. Alright, fine. Let's fight some more. Yeah, so she is, Nina is able to use her staff as an item in battle. It doesn't use your magic attack stat in order to deal the damage with it, but if you want to save MP on spells, you can use those essentially. When we upgrade her to a different staff, that might be a good thing to give Rocky, because he can't do spells at all, but it would be able to be something that targets a group of enemies, whereas he might not be able to do that. Alright, into Western Coffinwell we go. And yep, just a straight shot north is where we have to go. I appreciate that the monsters here are basically the same as the previous area, though. At least for right now. And obviously, because Nina is on Fight Wisely, she will only use that if she knows it's going to kill the enemy. So she can save her magic power that way. Oh, these are, this is a Flython. We can get snakeskin from these as a potential item drop. And it may be worth trying to get these if we want to do some, what's it called later? Alchemy. Ooh, critical hit. Almost 100 damage with one attack. Very nice. No snakeskin, but that's okay. Some Lost Souls and a Flython. Okay. Lost Soul B cannot make up its mind. You know what? I wonder if that's considered a dragon enemy. We'll attack the Flython with Dragon Slash, see if it does any extra damage. Poison Breath. Oh, okay. I'm poisoned. No one else. Good. Good, good, good. $37. I don't think that did extra damage just because it's a dragon. It could have just done extra damage inherently. I have antidotal herbs. Let's heal myself. Never mind, I won't have a chance. Hey, I'm level 14. Very nice. 4 skill points. Awesome. Let's go ahead and put that right into Lithinus, and we're 1 away from getting Spry in a Crisis, which I assume is an ability that improves my evasion chance. Hey, Snakeskin. Very nice.